So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? Well, we are journeying here in our trip to Burgundy, and we're very excited here because we're in Aloxe Corton.
Yes.
And we're with Claire Chapuis, who owns this property here in Aloxe Corton, and we've tasted her whole range of wines. And Claire, explain to people a little bit of history and a little bit of background from your family. You're the next generation to now take over, you know, from your parents to run this property. But a lot of people may not know too much about Aloxe Corton, or at least Corton. So we had a nice, interesting taste. But let's talk about a little bit of the history of your family and the start and where you are today.
Yeah, so the estate is has been made by my great-great-grandfather in 1850. So we're the sixth generation now to work with my brother in the estate, right after our parents. We have 11 hectares of vineyard in Aloxe Corton, in whites and reds, village, premier cru, and grand cru. So that's why the Corton Hill is well known, especially with this great wine, which is the Corton Charlemagne.
Which I have in my glass right now.
So the Corton Charlemagne has that name after the Emperor Charlemagne, and he used really to own some Charlemagne soils. So he decided to produce some wine there, and that was quite a good idea, I think.
And the Chapuis family we talked about has a large percentage of this in Corton.
Yes.
You can explain that, because Corton obviously is divided by many owners and many people that own different parcels. So you have negociant that is involved in Corton Charlemagne, but you're a grower producer, which is quite unique to especially to what we call one of the greatest of the white appellations. You can explain your parcels that you actually own here.
Yes, all our soils are located on the Corton Hill, just on the village Aloxe Corton, because the appellation goes from Aloxe Corton to Pernon-Vergelès. So most of them are right on the top of the village, and it definitely brings Corton Charlemagne that is more buttery, I would say. You will have more honey taste also, and a lot of fruits, definitely agrumes. So it's a very good exposure for this wine, and that's why it's so good to taste now. I think you like it.
Yeah, I love this wine. And you know, we were talking about the current vintages, which is 23 now. That's in barrel now, 23 and 22. Is it unusual now with the temperature changes? We had talked about, you know, climate changes here affecting certain vintages, and now you have to harvest this earlier than you would normally harvest the grapes, right? I mean,
Yes.
we talk about normally would be September. Sometimes now you're pushing into August, so it's very unusual, you know, the climatic conditions. But at the same time, these wines are becoming more maybe agreeable too. You can actually drink these wines at a younger stage, because this is a wine you can age, right, for what, 20, 30 years at least, you know, longer if you want. So, but we feel that I'm drinking this wine, it's got honey flavor, it's got all sorts of beautiful citrus tones and everything like that, but the minerality is very special here, right? Isn't this? Well, no, this mineral is limestone on this parcel of this.
Yes,
this
it's,
at the top of the hill there.
Yes, it's limestone and marne also.
In Marne.
So it's made really for the Chardonnay, definitely. And I've shown you the soil.
Yeah.
It's a very white soil, a little bit quite sandy soil,
Yeah.
a little bit. So it's really definitely good for the Chardonnay.
Well, one quick thing I also wanted to mention, now you make red Charlemagne, Corton.
Yes.
And you have, we would taste in the Perrier, but also you have that one special
Yes.
wine that's really kind of in your family that you don't see too much. Can we talk a little bit about the red Corton that your family owns?
So it's a Corton Languette. You can't call it Corton Charlemagne because the red wine cannot be a Corton Charlemagne. But it was a trend actually in the past where people used to drink way more reds than whites. So all the winemakers decided to put some Pinot Noir on that area of Charlemagne. But with time, people just decided to replant some Chardonnay on that soil because the Corton Charlemagne is definitely famous. But we keep the Corton, the Pinot Noir on it, and it makes a wine really different than what we're used to. It's more complex, it has more elegance also on that wine, and I think we will keep it for more years.
Well, Claire, I have to say this was really a beautiful visit that we've had. The tasting the wines were really incredible, and we're very excited about this wine. We want to bring obviously this wine to U.S. market, but it was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you for coming.
Cheers.